in the 5 years before ASAP started, First Nations students were about 30% less likely to go on into second year than your average arts and science student. And that 30% gap is not just a number. It's also a real loss. It's a loss for the student who tried so hard to get here. It's a loss for their community who has invested their hopes in them, but also their precious funding in them. It's a loss for the university because we've lost a promising student, and it is a loss for Saskatchewan who has lost the educational potential of that student.
So if you think of first-year students starting at the start line and then the finish line is graduation, with awareness of the many barriers that Aboriginal students have overcame to get here, racism, residential schools to mention a few, Aboriginal students you can think are starting the race a few hundred meters back from the starting line. Not all, but some of them. Yet we're expecting them to catch up, be successful not only in the first year and make it through to graduation. So that's not fair. So ASAP works to assist the students to get closer to the start line to find that success in the first year and then on to second year and graduation.
The purpose of ASAP, what Arts and Science set out to do, was to give Indigenous students the best possible experience in first year so that they would be more likely to go on in university.
I like the fact that ASAP was created as a learning community program. The 3 pillars of the learning community programs are academic skill building, making connections, and community building. And I believe that learning communities are the best program that any first-year student can take to ensure success in their first year. The cohort system of having small dedicated classes in ASAP with 30 students each is one of the best features that the students like, and the community building is very important to give a sense of belonging.
ASAP is a very special place. You go in there and it's an experience that I treasure, probably above all of my other teaching.
I think the times that I see students grow from a peer mentor perspective and a student perspective is just seeing the people who started off in ASAP and just sort of seeing the path that they've led to that sort of got them to where they are today. You know, you see people who are in part of ASAP who are now part of like higher roles at the university or are pioneers in their colleges that they're into right now, like students in nursing, students in education as well, just a variety of different students pursuing their goals.
Indigenous students coming to U of S do face a lot of barriers. Academic barriers, financial barriers, social and cultural barriers. When I have taught in ASAP classes, I've seen great students facing almost unimaginable life situations, and I've been so humbled by their bravery as they keep coming to class.
I got really sick and I ended up in the hospital for a week, and I ended up missing about a month's school.
Coming out of high school into university, like I didn't know how to study properly, and it was intimidating going up to my professors and asking for help.
My anxiety. I was actually really anxious before I came here.
Our ASAP students, it would be great if they could organize their lives and the babysitter would come at the right time and they could, but that's not the reality. Life happens.
Well, for sure, smaller classes, the people get to know each other a lot better since you're around like a smaller group.
I think my favorite part of it was that there are small class sizes, so you were more able to connect with the professors and the students around you because you've seen them every day. So
Getting that one-on-one with the instructor mainly.
What I liked was how you can connect with your professors one-on-one. That really helped a lot. They were really awesome.
The smaller class sizes, which kind of create a more comfortable environment for students to interact with professors and students alike. They're also more culturally oriented than mainstream arts and science courses, but you're still getting the same amount of basic information from a university level course.
I really like the small class sizes in ASAP, as well as the sense of community. It was really nice as like a first year student to be able to come into university and meet lots of other people, as well as be able to get closer with professors and like really be guided through first year. I like that a lot.
ASAP works by supporting students on multiple levels. It supports them academically with great professors, small classes, tutorials. It supports them socially so they can build a community here on campus. It supports them culturally through cultural programming and advising. It supports them financially, both by working with their funders and by providing bursaries. And really the key is that the academic advisors work with each student individually to find out what their goals are and what might be standing in their way, and to help them make a plan to keep moving forward.
What I think one of the major benefits for students registering in ASAP is the different opportunities that we present to them. So not only academic opportunities through the advisors like myself, but such opportunities as financial, career-based, and even just social opportunities of being with like-minded people in the ASAP program.
We sometimes say we should give our students a second chance or a third chance. Our ASAP students don't need a second chance or a third chance, they need a chance.
ASAP is a great program. It's always evolving and growing. We had new innovations every year to ensure student success. Programs like this are created at the upper level, the dean, associate dean levels. So congratulations to Peter Stoichev, Peter Bottom-Smith, and of course Christina Bidwell for their leadership and drive in making ASAP a priority for the College of Arts and Science. And then finally, I'm going to give a shout out to all the team on the ground, the team behind the scenes, the great visions that come to us from our leaders, but it's the team on the front lines that make it happen. And there is a great team working behind the scenes on ASAP for the past 5 years and hopefully many more years to come.
And the good news is that ASAP is working. So over the last 5 years, we've seen that 30% retention gap cut in half for students in this program. Now, there is still a lot of work to do, but I am very happy to take a moment at this 5-year mark to celebrate the accomplishments of these outstanding ASAP students, and also to celebrate the many people who have worked so hard to make this program happen.